half the battle of getting a great wardrobe is knowing what to buy, where to buy it, and also, more importantly, even what to skip, what to avoid. Today, I'm going to be breaking down the best and the not so best from some of our favorite stores. So welcome. If you're new here, my name is Netta. I'm a personal stylist. My whole focus is to help you build your best wardrobe. I want you to look and feel beautiful and confident every single day. Now, all of that is based on a foundation wardrobe that I call the Modern Classics. So again, I have a brand new Modern Classics fall wardrobe guide with videos that talk you through the process of building a foundation for your wardrobe. And then there are other steps about that above the Modern Classics guide that I have been talking about in recent videos. So modern updates and modern statements. It's a 3-step process to building your wardrobe. It's something I've been breaking down in my masterclass series and that I've been working on with the women in my Style Confidence Club. So I'm going to have both of those linked for you below. But I'm trying out a new mic today. So for those of you who have said that my sound is a little bit low, I'd love to hear your feedback about my audio quality this time. So got a little mic here. Hopefully technology is on my side today. Okay, so I want to start by talking, we're going to be breaking down 8 brands today and kind of like the best and the worst of those 8 brands from their like new arrivals for fall section. But first I want to introduce you to a brand that I have been wearing a ton and that many of you have asked me about. This is a brand called Duffield Lane. Now this video is not sponsored in the sense that they do not know I'm making this video, but they did send me the dresses to try and I have been genuinely, I've just been wearing them so much. And so I thought, okay, this is a perfect opportunity to introduce them to you guys. So it's a small company that makes really beautiful wearable clothes and like just gorgeous high quality fabrics, lots of natural fibers, lots of cottons. These are things that are just kind of designed to fit effortlessly into our lives. They've got great sweaters, they've got great dresses, they've got great tops. The dresses were my focus because I am obsessed with a great fall dress. And I will tell you, I think a fall dress is hard to find. So I'm going to introduce you to just a couple of the dresses I've been wearing from them. The first one is the one I'm wearing here. It's called the Hyacinth dress. I'll pop it up. This is such a great dress. It's so comfortable. It's so flattering. It comes in like 4 different colors. I love this dress. I love that it's got sleeves that are like you can, you know, they're elasticized here. You can bring them up, you can bring them down. I love, love, love this color. It's just a perfect fall dress. Anyone else, I know this is such a random reference, but Keeping Up Appearances is one of my favorite shows of all time, and Hyacinth was the main character, Hyacinth Bouquet in that show, and so this is a Hyacinth dress. I love it. Okay, another dress that I really like, I mean, I've liked all of these. I honestly have 8 of their dresses now, so I have like a dress wardrobe from Duffield Lane. This is their Samantha dress in Berry Blooms. This is a floral dress. This is the only non-knit, I think one of the only non-knit dresses I have. Like this is a knit dress, and I will tell you, it's hard to find a good knit dress because a lot of knit dresses can look a little bit borderline frumpy, but I love their knit dresses. But this one from the Samantha dress is a woven dress. It's kind of like a shirt dress material. I love it. I love it in this fall-esque floral. The great thing though about these dresses is that I think they are all kind of year-round dresses. They're not super fall, they're not super spring, they're not super summer. They just kind of work all year round. I love a dress with a sleeve because my arms are always cold. The next one is this Luxe, it's their Adler dress in Baked Apple. I love this one. To me, this is definitely a little bit more fall just because of the color. I love this color. I love the little ruffle neckline. Again, this is just super easy. I like the little gold button detail. It's easy, it's comfortable, but it's also really polished and really chic. And you know, it's why I love dresses. It's just like that one and done. I love it. Now, if you want a little bit more of a dressed up option from them, this is their Iris dress in the silky stretch satin in this wine color. I love this. This is a great holiday dress. This is a great event dress. It's a great, you can dress this up and make it a cocktail dress. You can wear it with boots and make it more casual. It's a great, I've worn it to church. I've worn it, you know, just to run errands on the weekend. And I'm very much looking forward to styling this for holiday. Another dress, this may be, it's arguably my favorite dress from them. I don't know. I have a couple. It's this French Terry Lillian dress. I have it in the slate stripe. If you're looking for a great striped dress that's actually flattering, what blew me away when I put this dress on is that there is definition in the waist. It's not boxy, it's just beautiful. It just skims the body. It's not tight, it's not oversized. And that's what I say, like that's the sweet spot for fit, and I love it. I love it. I also really like their Caitlin dress. I got this one in the black ponte knit. It's just a classic dress. This would be a great office dress. It's a great church dress. It's a great dress for like just any of those times when you want to appear a little bit more polished, a little bit more conservative. It's a little bit it's a dress that can easily be dressed up, but again, you can wear it with boots and wear it on the weekends, and it can be casual. Another dress, I wore this, I actually wore these next two dresses on videos that I shot, or that I think aired last week, and you guys asked me about them. Some of you thought they were tops, but they were actually dresses. This is the Rebecca ruffle dress in their winter garden floral. I love this. It's got a cute little ruffle detail on the sleeve. It's got a V-neck. This is long sleeve, lightweight, but just gorgeous knit material, super, super comfortable, super stylish, very flattering, very fall friendly. And then another favorite of mine, this is the Katie dress in Enchanted Vines. I wore this when I stopped by my favorite consignment store last week, and everyone was asking me where I got it. It's such a great dress. It works for everywhere, from church to weekend. These dresses are versatile, they're comfortable, they're practical. I just love everything about them. Okay, so again, they did send me the dresses. Thank you, Duffield Lane, for sending me these dresses. But they don't even know I'm making this video. And I believe that it's really important to have good sources so that we can buy the beautiful things that we want to be wearing in our wardrobes, right? Like I think that that's half the battle. So today I'm going to break down some of these stores are on my ageless brands list, and if you want that list, comment brands below. Some of them are not. Some of these stores are more over 50 stores, and I'm going to show you how to shop each of these places strategically. So let's get started with Talbots, because I can already tell this is going to be a doozy. So if you're looking at shopping an over 50 store like Talbots, you want to ask yourself, what is Talbots known for, and how can I counteract that with my choices? So Talbots is known for having things that are definitely over 50 coded, as my teenagers would say. Sometimes it's a little bit dated, sometimes it's a little bit frumpy. Often the styling is dated or the details are dated. So when you're looking at Talbots, you want to go in the opposite direction of what Talbots is known for and really go for their most modern pieces. So I'm going to break down what that looks like for you in this video. Okay, let's get into what Talbots does well this season. So first of all, one of the things they do well is they put beautiful models in a beautiful setting, just like all the catalogs do, all of the websites do, because that makes the clothes look better. So we can't be fooled by the fact that Nikki Taylor, who's an amazing models and some not so amazing pieces. But the pieces that I really like from Talbots this season, I really like this this leopard silky top, again modeled by Nikki Taylor, modeled, looks like on like a bus in London, just very, very cool. But this is a great modern looking blouse, and leopard is having a moment. It's a simple top. They're not doing or adding anything to the top that takes away from its modernity and its flattery. I love it. I also like this simple kind of V-neck sweater with a collar. Like, I think this is very, very cool, very simple. So Talbots in general, a lot of their basics are going to be okay. So I like the sweater, I like the blouse. I think both of those work really well. I also really like this cable knit sweater. I think this is a really nice cable knit. Again, this is a classic. I especially like it in this cream color. I like the way they're styling it here. The whole look looks modern. And I will tell you what's interesting, and what I'm seeing across some of these websites, is that they style the modern pieces in a modern way, and they style the not so modern pieces in a not so modern way. Like, obviously, and you're all going to come and say this in the comments, I know, a lot of this comes down to styling. I'm trying to find pieces that are easy to style and don't require a PhD in styling to look good. I want them to just be effortlessly good. So these are pieces that are effortlessly good, and they're also styled well, so we can get some ideas on how to wear them. So I love this cable sweater. I think this is beautiful. And then, I typically caution against statements, unless I pick them for you from some of these brands. But this olive green blouse, I think this is lovely. It's got updated details. It just looks like a really modern top. It's a pretty subtle print, and I think this is a really, really nice pick from Talbots. Okay, now let's talk about what Talbots does not do well. First of all, I feel like they are just bullying me with the name of this top. They call this the modern classic top, and it is not modern and it is not classic. And this is the problem with a lot of the pieces that I'm saying are dated. Many of these pieces were not classic to begin with. If they were, they wouldn't date so quickly. But this is just like a frumpified version of a button down. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what I hate more, if it's the pattern, if it's the shape, if it's the detail. I don't know what is worse on this, but nothing about this top works. It is just a big miss for me. Another top is this border print flowy top. This is the kind that Talbots does all the time. And I'm going to show you the top just, you know, straight on the way it's modeled, you know, the way it's shown, so you can see the full top. It's not a cute top. It's not a modern top. We're not seeing this across any of the ageless brands. This is just an exclusively like over 50 focused top, and I don't love it. I'm going to show you how this top was styled to look a lot better. And one of the ways which I thought was really ironic that they styled it to look better was by tucking it in so that you don't see the border print at the bottom. And, you know, again, yeah, can you style this so it looks better? And if you've got something like this in your wardrobe, absolutely do that and try it and see if you can modernize it. But why would you buy a top where you've got to hide part of it just so that it looks better? Now, I think tucking does make everything better, but we're not tucking to hide a detail on the top that's dated and not cute. So even in this cool outfit that they did with this top, another top would be a better option. And then finally, this floral, roughly weird, just not a modern top, not cute, not you know, nothing to write home about, just a basic top in a floral pattern. That's not a great pattern. So I kind of feel like you want to go with solids for the most part with Talbots. You want to go with simple styles for the most part. Like if their jeans work for you, go with their jeans. If their tees work for you, go with their tees. They're solid silky blouses. They have an off-white one that is really beautiful. So go with simple pieces like that, and kind of stay away from statement pieces in general, again, unless I choose them for you. I will have broken down in the catalog. I'll have a buy this section and a not that section, so it's very clear what I recommend and what I caution against. Okay, let's move on to the next store. Okay, let's move on to Eileen Fisher. Eileen Fisher is a minimalist dream. It's gorgeous, luxurious fabrics, natural fibers. There's absolutely nothing negative that can be said about the quality of Eileen Fisher. Just 10 out of 10 in quality, and, you know, beautiful fabrics, beautiful like workmanship and quality. But they are also known for being oversized, for being shapeless, for having like lots of extra volume, and for a lot of long over long silhouettes, which are going to be hard for most of us to wear. Now, Eileen Fisher, their target audience is someone who is tall and slim and minimally busted, and if you fit that description, then you're going to have a much easier time with this brand than the rest of us. Sadly, I have a petite client who we found her a couple beautiful Eileen Fisher pieces, and they still were so just oversized on her, even in their petite sizing, that she ended up giving them away. So, I mean, that's probably a little bit more personal preference, because she didn't like the fit of things being oversized. But, you know, they do have petites, but their clothes are just designed, most of them, to run like oversized. And that's going to be really hard on a lot of us. So again, if that's what you like, I'm going to help you pick the best from Eileen Fisher. So, you know, because they're known for oversized and shapeless, I'm looking for things that actually have some shape and have some flattery built in. And I found some beautiful pieces. First of all, I really loved this fitted turtleneck that they had. They have it in a lot of beautiful colors. This is just a stunning, just a gorgeous turtleneck. I love these pieces that are in this wine color. I also love their wine silk slip skirt. This is gorgeous. Again, it comes in other colors, but like the combination of these two pieces, this is Eileen Fisher at her very best. I think this is absolutely beautiful. Of course, I love their solid silk blouses. You cannot go wrong with these from any brand that you love. If you love the fit and you love the aesthetic of a brand, a solid silk blouse from your favorite brand is just stunning. Love this this scarf. Gorgeous, like cozy scarf from them. Their knits are exceptional. They're beautiful. I also really like the silk dress. I like it better belted, but even unbelted, it is not voluminous. Eileen Fisher also does some really nice tank dresses for warm weather, but this is like kind of a transitional dress. It's a silky dress. This is a great versatile dress that you can wear for events and for occasions. It's a dress you can dress up or down. Always looking at a versatile dress, and I think this is a really a great option. Again, I prefer it belted. I also really like this kind of sweater blazer hybrid. I think these are really, really nice because, you know, I'm cautioning against the long cardigans. Not only are they not in style, but they're shapeless and often hard to wear. But a longer cardigan that's more like a sweater blazer and has a little bit more shape is going to be so much easier to wear. And I think this is a great, great option from them. Okay, let's break down, and again, I have way more from both of these brands in my buy this and not that sections of my catalog. Okay, so let's talk about the things I don't like from Eileen Fisher. I do not see the purpose of a sleeveless vest, hooded vest layer, chunky hooded vest layer. I just don't get this. I don't really know how the application for this. I really like vests, but this is hooded and it's chunky. I just think that this has got very limited. It's going to be hard to style. It's going to be hard to style. And again, it's going to add a lot of bulk, and I just feel like most of us could do without that. Also, the long shapeless cardigans, just not recommending these across any of the brands. I mean, if you're going to get one, Eileen Fisher is a good way to go because their quality is lovely, but I just don't recommend, you know, these long shapeless cardigans. The long tops. I don't get these long shapeless tunic tops. I'm seeing less and less of these, which is wonderful. And I'm seeing less of like just completely oversized shapeless clothes on Eileen Fisher's site. But this is just an example of what I have come to associate with Eileen Fisher. It's these long, flowy, shapeless, really just not flattering tops. The final thing I'm going to talk about is the long over long. You know, I've talked about a dress over jeans or a dress over pants being a trend. This is not what I mean. This is not what I mean. This is not a trend style. This is like long over long, and it's an oversized dress. There's just no flattery built into that dress. The only thing that dress has going for it, I'm sure, besides the beautiful fabric, is the color, but it's just shapeless and long and hard to wear. Again, you could style this differently. You could take off, you know, you could take away the pants, belt it. Yes, you could make it work, but I'm looking for things that are easy to style and are just going to get you that flattering, effortless look that we all want without a lot of work. So those are my picks and not so picks from Eileen Fisher. Okay, moving on to another over 50 brand. It's Chicos. It's Chicos. Okay, first of all, I feel like Chicos just pulled a fast one on me by choosing Paulina, one of my favorite, most iconic 80s models, as one of their models. I love her. She is aging beautifully and with grace and is just strong and inspiring. I love Paulina, and I'm, you know, I have to give it to them for choosing her as their model. You could have done a lot worse. So I love her. And, you know, I'm just going to say these models, Nikki Taylor, Paulina, you'll see more. They make everything look good. They make everything look good. So the model, the setting, the styling, it goes a long way. It goes a long way. Okay. Now I want to talk about the things. I'm going to start with the things I don't like about Chicos. Now, you know, my gripe with Chicos is that it's a but wait, there's more store. There's just so much going on in every piece. Like, rather than adding one statement detail, they add 12, and it immediately dates the item, and it also makes it really hard to style. So it's just, there's always a lot going on, and the details are not always modern, and they're not executed the way that an artistic eye would execute these items. So, you know, that's I've said this before, I'll say it again, that's my gripe against Chicos. So I'm going to bring up some things from Chicos that I don't love. So the leopard shapeless cardigan, I don't love this. I don't love this. Again, I'm just cautioning against shapeless cardigans from all the brands, and I will pop up, Chicos has a better option here of like a more structured leopard kind of jacket, and I think like a sweater jacket, much better option. If you're looking for that long cozy layer, as I am, because I'm always a little bit cold in fall, winter, then you want a sweater jacket as opposed to a cardigan. I'm doing a whole separate video on how to wear a sweater and how to wear a sweater over 50, and I'm just going to caution you against these. I'm also going to caution you against the ponchos that you're going to see from all the brands. This is not what I mean when I talk about a cape. A cape is dramatic. It's got some shape. It's got some structure. These ponchos are designed to just like cover you up, just like a mini cozy tent, but no. And I don't care how stunning this model is, and she is stunning. Even she is like, why do I have to wear this poncho? Look, you can like tell that she's a little bit annoyed by it. She's a little bit annoyed by it. I'm also going to go for these printed sweaters. These printed knits from Chicos are generally not a good idea at all. They're not cute. They're not cute. So avoid like printed. I love a printed sweater, but if you're going to get a printed sweater, go for one from J. Crew or Boden, both on this list, but not from Chicos. These shapeless, they call it a Bengal pant, Bengal print. Is Bengal really an animal. Is that really an animal? I don't know if it's really an animal, but I don't like this animal print. And you know I'm an animal print lover. I'm just like, what is that? Did you just make that print up? Like, is that made up? I don't want them to do weird things to animal prints. Like, animal prints are statement enough. Just leave it alone. God knew what he was doing by giving a leopard its cool pattern that we could wear on clothes, you know. These weird pants, these weird skinny stretchy pants in this weird pattern, I don't get it. I don't get it. So you've got the overly baggy pants that are not flattering, and then you've got the skinny stretchy pants that are very dated, and they're just both a hot mess. This weird, they're calling this a Fair Isle cardigan. I've never seen a Fair Isle look like this. If you want to get a great Fair Isle, go to Boden. This is not it. This is just weird. It's got so much going on. And I'm going to say this leopard trimmed, this looks very much like one on Boston proper that I just brought up in a workshop a couple of days ago. This leopard trimmed athleisure, whatever. This is not cute. This is not modern. This isn't the way we do athleisure in 2025. Maybe this is a 1985 version, and maybe they just accidentally entered this catalog. I don't know. And then this weird top. Again, leopard is interesting enough. Animal print is interesting enough. Keep it simple in the shapes for the most part. Like, that's just not cute. And I was going to kind of unequivocally recommend Chico's jewelry. And then I saw these pieces, and I was like, well, nope. Can't recommend these. They're wearing matched sets. And it's a really statement necklace and a really statement earring, and they're wearing them together. And, you know, they have some great jewelry, but these are not the best pieces from them. Okay, I'm going to share the pieces that I do like from Chicos. I already shared the leopard sweater jacket. I really, really like that. Like this little cropped tweed jacket. Also really like this kind of leopard swing jacket. I'm not sure if I like the jacket as much as I like the fact that it's on Paulina. I do. I really do like this jacket, but I also really like the fact that it's on Paulina. I think this is beautiful. They do have some great pieces of jewelry. I'm going to pop up a couple here. Love these earrings. Very modern, very cool. I have a similar pair to this in like a pearl. And these are just beautiful. I also really love their hinged bracelets. I'm going to pop up a couple here. This is an example of them doing jewelry really, really well. They do some really interesting pieces. In my brooch videos, whenever I've talked about brooches, I always pop up a brooch or two from Chicos. They do some great ones, and even their styling with the brooches is not bad. Again, these brands style the modern pieces in modern ways and the dated pieces in dated ways, and I think they're talking out of both sides of their mouth because they're trying to talk to two different consumers. Okay, next I'm moving on to Boden. Boden is an ageless brand and one of my favorites. I love Boden, and they are really known for their use of color, their patterns, their unexpected details. Just love, love, love this brand. What the standouts are this season and most seasons is their styling, like just a great place to get ideas on how to style things in a modern way. It really helps if you're a mom shuttling your kids around in London to wear Boden. Like, I just feel like that's the whole aesthetic. Like a mom, like in her 30s and 40s, but again, this is an ageless brand, so it absolutely works for us, who has a cool job in London, dropping her kids off at a fancy school. Like, that's what Boden says to me. But really known for corduroy, really known for great use of color, great sweaters, great pattern sweaters, great Fair Isle sweaters. They make the cutest sweatshirts on the planet. If you believe that sweatshirts can't be cute, just spend some time looking at the Boden sweatshirts. Great shoes. Some of my favorite shoes are from Boden, and they also have great dresses. So, and great coats. Okay, one of the things I love about these larger brands is that they often have a nice wide range of sizes, and Boden has a great size range, and they have petites, and they have, so I feel like there's something for everybody there. Okay, watch out for, if the cautionary stuff from Boden is the stuff that looks overly youthful or overly sweet. And I'm going to say that some things look good on a model in her 30s, but on someone in their 50s or 60s is probably going to look a little matronly. I'm thinking about things like, some of the wimpier jersey dresses, some like sweet collars and like really delicate knits. Some of these are going to look sweet and cool on a 30-something-year-old, but I feel like they can look a little bit mature and a little bit dated. They're hard to style at the very least, so I'm going to caution you away from those. Okay, so let's start with what I love from Boden, and how do I love them? Let me count the ways. There are so many. Love this again, their styling is amazing, but love this striped sweater. They do stripes better than almost anybody. They have great marinières. Love this top, it's like a corduroy embroidered top. Their embroidered and embellished tops are like second to none in my opinion. I love, love, love them. Love this Fair Isle sweater. Going to pop up a cute sweatshirt. Yes, there is such a thing as a cute sweatshirt. This beautiful blouse. I'm going to pop up a couple of their dresses that I love. They do really, really great like knit sweater dresses, and they're fabulous. So their sweater dresses are just amazing, amazing, amazing. Great quality, great knits. I think both of these are just beautiful. Okay, the first thing I'm going to caution you against is the capri pant. This is an example of something that's a little uber trendy that I feel like, you know, if you style it perfectly and you're 35 and you're tall and slim, like it can be great. But on most of us, you know how I feel about capri pants. I don't think I need to go on with this. This is the only person on the planet that looks like this in a capri pant. I think the rest of us should just run. I'm going to also talk about some of the kind of basic jersey dresses that they have. I love their jersey dresses. They have some beautiful ones, and I'll put some beautiful ones in the buy this section of the catalog. But this is just kind of like a little bit basic. I feel like it's going to look, unless you style it really carefully, it's going to look a little basic, a little underwhelming. It's probably not going to be all that flattering or all that stylish. So I just kind of would advise against that. I don't love that much. The other thing I don't like, again, is like I said, some of the styles that are super, super sweet. And I think that these are something we should kind of stay away from. So like these fine knit sweaters in Pointel knit. Now Pointel knit, I'm going to show you one later that's a little bit chunkier. I think that works better. But these like kind of delicate Pointel knit sweaters in this type of really classic style, I think this is not the best choice. And yeah, so I just kind of feel like some of the really youthful stuff maybe to avoid at Boden, but 98% of everything at Boden you can wear in your 30s, you can wear in your 50s, and you can wear in your 70s. And that's why this is an ageless brand and why I love it so much. Next, I want to talk about another ageless brand, and that's J. Crew. J. Crew is just a standby for many of us. Again, it has a great size range. It has petite, it has tall in a lot of their pieces, and it's a great source for updating your basics and updating your classics year after year. So you want a new pair of jeans, you want a great new sweater, like you want tees, things like that. J. Crew cannot be beat. Also have amazing accessories and amazing shoes. So classic sweaters, lots of you know, fabulous embellished pieces. This season, I'm seeing, you know, of course, shoes and accessories. They're known for their lady jackets. They're known for their denim. This season, I'm seeing a lot of fabulous corduroy pieces from J. Crew. Also seeing some great embellished sweaters, some really great jackets. They have a great barn jacket that I'm going to show you. And then they have a category that I'm seeing a lot come up that I think we're all going to love and we should all try. And it's these shaped waist sweaters. These are sweaters that are a little bit longer, so many of you are going to love that because they will conceal the tummy area, but they're shaped through the waist and they're very, very flattering. So J. Crew has some fabulous options in that. Now, in terms of what to skip at J. Crew, some of the oversized boxy sweaters, every brand has these. I would just skip these. And then again, we're going to go for the details, just like Boden, that are sometimes a little bit too sweet, and maybe we can pull them off at 30 something, but I think at 50 something plus, they just look a little off. And so, you know, the like little sweet collars, some florals, you know, depending on the floral. And then I'm going to go for the ponchos again. Those are just, they're not our friend. They're not our friend. I'm just going to shout that from the mountaintops until everybody listens, because every brand has one this season. Okay, so, you know, I'm going to show you first the misses from J. Crew. So this oversized, bulky, long sweater, I just don't understand why it has to be this long. Like it doesn't even go with the pants that are in stores right now. So this is a sweater that we're gonna have to front tuck, but it's gonna add like a lot of extra bulk. I don't get it. An example of too sweet styling, this floral top with it's a Liberty print. I like the print, but it's the combination of a floral on this type of style with this little cutesy collar. I just feel like that is a little bit too youthful and can look a little off. Again, another shapeless sweater here. I don't get it. Like just the baggy shapeless sweaters just really don't flatter anybody. If you're going to go for a slouchy sweater, make it a little shorter so that it's a lot easier to style. And then this like floral chiffon skirt. This is one of those pieces that's very borderline. Like you could style it so it looks really cool, or you could style it in a way where it just is going to look a little matronly. And so I just feel like I'm trying to guide you towards pieces that are easier to style, and this is just not one of them. And then again, their poncho. Like, just say no to the poncho. Now, let's talk about the good stuff. The shaped sweaters. I'm going to bring up a couple here. These are so good. I love both of these. I think I like the one with the contrast buttons even more, but you can't go wrong with either of these. These are just beautiful, super flattering, and a great updated sweater in a longer length that is actually flattering and not going to add like a billion pounds and make you look shorter and wider and all the things. So I love these. I think they're perfect. J. Crew has a great selection. I could not love this merino wool dress any more than I do. This is a fabulous, like, versatile dress. You can dress this up, you can dress this down. This is just a great dress. Like, you could even wear this to different events. It's not a silky material, but it is a gorgeous merino wool. It comes in a couple of different colors. I think this is beautiful and just a dress that you'll honestly have forever. I talk about their accessories being really good. This bracelet, I wish they would show it on a wrist so we could really see the bracelet, but this bracelet is just amazing. I love this bracelet. I think that stone on it is very cool. Their barn jacket is great. Love their barn jacket. It's just something that they're known for. I also really like their, these are like short-sleeved cashmere, kind of fuzzy cardigan sweaters. And you know, short-sleeve sweaters are kind of borderline. They're kind of borderline, like it depends on the sweater and it depends on the styling. But this sweater is a little fuzzy, and then the color and everything makes it much easier to style than some that can read really classic, like overly classic and a little bit more matronly. This is like a great sweater, and then the way that they've styled it is amazing. Also love this embellished cardigan from them. This comes in a couple of different colors. It's just beautiful. This is a great holiday piece, like something that, you know, you could wear to an office party, you can wear to a cocktail party with like a pair of jeans, like a great pair of trouser jeans. I think that's fabulous. Just lots of great pieces. If you feel like you've seen every lady jacket from J. Crew and you have them all, check this one out. I think this is such a great option. I think it's cool and a little bit of an updated take on the lady jacket, and something that I think is going to be really wearable all fall and winter long. I'm going to pop up a couple of other things I really like here from J. Crew as well. You can't go wrong with any of these pieces. They have a fabulous selection for fall. Okay, let's talk about another over 50 brand, but one that I feel like deserves a spot on the ageless brands list, and that's Frank and Eileen. Frank and Eileen is like relaxed, natural, effortless styling. Some of the pieces are boxy and shapeless and baggy, but the styling is always kind of cool. If you like this aesthetic, I'm going to show you how to shop it well and kind of what to avoid. So the things that I love about Frank and Eileen, I love their travel sets and their getaway sets. One of my clients just ordered this corduroy getaway set. I think it is fabulous. I will say this is not petite friendly, but Julianne Moore, again, shout out to them for a great use of a model. She makes all of these look amazing, but this getaway set is just really cool. They do great like kind of travel two-piece sets that are kind of like really luxurious athleisure, kind of like, I don't know, kind of a California casual look. I also really like their Carmel travel set. I think this is a great travel set. I think this is actually the one that my client ordered, and she's super thrilled with it. They also have some great dresses. I like their Rory dress. I especially like it in corduroy or linen. You're going to notice this is a flowy long shirt dress. It can be belted, it can be, but it's not overly voluminous. However, I feel like many of these pieces, kind of like the Eileen Fisher pieces, are going to be a little bit better on tall models or on tall women as opposed to petite women, especially since they do not have petite sizing. So this is a long shirt dress, and it's going to be a little harder on those of us who are petite to wear. It'll probably be a maxi on some of us. Again, I like it better in linen and in corduroy. In some of the fabrics, I'm going to say this is not as cute. Like, I don't love it as much in the denim, but again, it's really going to come down to the styling. But I do really like this Rory dress. I also like their jeans. I think they have great jeans. The interesting thing about their jeans is this pair that I was checking out, they have two inseams, 26 and 31. So 26 is a little short, even for some petites. But if you've got shorter legs, if you're petite, extra petite, this could be perfect for you. And then 31 is a little bit long for most regular, I don't know, maybe 31 is right for a lot of like regular height women. Okay, they also have, I really like this Corey Muscle Tee maxi dress. Again, it's flowy without being voluminous, and I think this is a great kind of middle ground. It works just really well. It's a great little effortless dress. It's a year-round dress that you can wear layered over something, you know, as it gets cooler, or layered under something as it gets cooler, and you can wear it in spring, summer as well. I think this is lovely. You know that their clothes are not inexpensive, so I like that some of their pieces are a little bit more seasonless. We can get more use out of them. I really like this Ireland linen shirt dress. I think this is a great option. It's a shorter dress, which is a refreshing change for them, because you can go a little flowier if you're a little shorter. If the dress is a little shorter, it's going to make it's going to create a better sense of balance. I like this. This is in linen. I think it's beautiful. They also have some great basics. You know, so I'm going to pop up a tee. They have what they call a Henley tank here that I really, really like. They have their Montecito cardigan. This is a nice kind of decent length cardigan. I think it's nice. It's easy to style. I think my favorite of their classic shirts is their Eileen shirt. I like that silhouette and the length and the fit and the details on that the best. I think it's really cool for fall, updated in this sweatshirt material. I love a good juxtaposition, like a button-down shirt and sweatshirt material. I think it's very, very cool. You know, their materials are just super, super luxurious. And then their Emma popover Henley dress, also really like this. I think this is a fabulous dress option from Frank and Eileen. So some really, really nice standout pieces. They're known for their button-down shirts, especially their Eileen shirt in linen and cotton poplin and all of that. But I'm looking more at their kind of fall-friendly pieces, and I love these. Let's talk about what I don't like at Frank and Eileen, because there are a couple of things. First of all, this weird striped cover-up. I don't know if this is a cover-up. I don't know if this is a dress. I would go for the Duffield Lane striped dress over this any day. What is up with this, like with the ties? It's hooded. This just to me is like a loungewear piece, or maybe a cover-up if you're really cold. I don't get it. I just don't think that's a great option. I think it's not at all versatile, and it's about $1 million for this dress, which I feel like just isn't going to give you that much style or versatility. Okay, they're awkwardly short and fitted plaid shirts. I just don't feel like a plaid shirt should be short and fitted like this. It's their berry shirt. I think their berry shirt is just a little too short. Now, I don't mind a good tailored fit on a shirt, and this looks really good like in denim. If you want like a slightly more fitted shirt that you're going to tuck in and has a little bit more shape, I think this could work. You're not going to wear it out because the length is weird, and you're not going to get it in their strange plaids. I don't get what's going on here. This is just a strange look. I don't get it. Another thing that I don't get is this, what is the point of this tunic sleeveless shirt worn with like next to skinny jeans? I don't get this. I don't get this at all. This is horrible. This is horrible. 2000 called and it wants its outfit back. What in the world? Like, why is this a sleeveless long shirt worn with skinny pants? This is like, I don't understand the purpose of this. It's like not checking any boxes. You could tuck it in, but look how much extra fabric you'd have to tuck in. Why would you do that to yourself? So I think this is a big pass. I also think this kind of oversized just thing, whatever this is, this poncho tee sweatshirt thing. I usually don't even comment on loungewear that much, because loungewear is loungewear. Like, if you want to be flowy in your loungewear, that's great. But if you're going to spend this much on like a sweatshirt adjacent top, like, this isn't it. This isn't it. So, things that are too long or too short, again, the berry shirt and plaid, something that I don't recommend. Ponchos, that long shirt, I feel like their lengths are sometimes off, their plaids are sometimes off, and just these are investment pieces, so just shop across all their different categories for things that are going to be versatile. Okay, so those are my picks and my not so picks from Frank and Eileen. Okay, before I move on to Nic and Zoe, I do have to give a little shout out to Chicos because I can't neglect to mention these fabulous leather and leopard pieces that I felt like were super, super modern. You could have bought these anywhere. You could have bought them at J.Crew. You could have bought them at one of your favorite Nordstrom brands. So this like leather looking skirt, I think this is a fabulous shape, fabulous fit. Love it with a leopard sleeveless top. You know, I feel like they're speaking my love language. This leopard shirt dress, I think this is absolutely beautiful. Fabulous, fabulous dress. And then I love this little cropped leather jacket. I think this is a really, really great piece and one that you'll be able to style a lot of different ways. And then, you know, this pair of coated pants. I think these are really cool. I don't know why they're styling them the way that they look great just straight on, and then they have them on the model, and the model it just looks a little off on the model. Like, it's just the styling sometimes on these sites. It just has me shaking my head. Okay, let's move on to Nic and Zoe. So Nic and Zoe is an over 50 brand, but one that has some great pieces to check out. Really nice quality, not as expensive as Frank and Eileen, maybe more a little bit more than Chico's, definitely a little bit more premium pricing, but really, really nice quality, really great pieces. But again, you're going to want to kind of pick and choose carefully. I'm always going to caution you against prints from over 50 brands unless I recommend the print, and then it's fine. So the things that I like, they have great pants. They have really nice like knit tweed jackets. So if you like the look of a tweedy jacket, but you want it to be comfortable and stretchy and in a really great knit, they have like, I love, this is a perennial of theirs, their fringe kind of trim knit tweed jacket. I have this. I love this jacket. I think it's such a classic piece. Very easy to style, very versatile, and also very comfortable. I think they also do faux leather really well, but this is just kind of a coated like boat neck style top. This could be a great party top to wear during the holidays. I think this is a nice one. Now this is the example I was talking about of a pointelle knit that's a little bit more chunky, which looks a little bit less delicate and a little less matronly. So I think this can really work. They're showing it in like off-white, like ivory, and then in black. And I think they're styling it in a very, very cool way. I think this is lovely. I also really like this. This is a tweed fringe trim jacket. I used to have a very, very similar jacket to this from J.Crew, but mine had the fringe was raffia and it was at the neckline and it kept catching in my hair. And I also don't look good in beige, but if this is your thing, I think this is fabulous. I also really kind of like this fall print. I think this would be great for deep or warm ladies. And this is a two-piece set in a print, which I really rarely recommend an outfit like this, but I think this is really fabulous, especially for those of you who, like, I think this would be very versatile. And if you don't love dresses, or even if you do love dresses, but you want a two-piece outfit option so you can wear the pieces separately and together, I think this is really, really nice. I also really like this kind of like little bomber jacket with a stripe on the sleeve. I think that's a very cool option. I like this sort of soft watercolor blue floral, or I don't even know if it's really floral, but kind of just like a soft, subtle print in these two pieces. I think it's a modern print and modern styling, and I think this looks really cool. Love this reversible little jacket. I think that's a fabulous option. And I actually kind of like the statement jacket from them. This is like someone's specific style. Like if this is your style, it's not my style, but if this is your style, this could be a really, really nice option for you. I probably just hit my mic. I apologize for that. I also really like their selection of bags and jewelry. They have Hammett bags, which is one of my very favorite mid-priced bag brands on their site. And this is a really cool bag from Hammett. And they also have a jeweler. I actually met the jeweler who designed this. She was at a local jewelry store. The brand is called Tattoo Designs. And she makes jewelry that you never have to take off, just like a tattoo. That's kind of the idea of it. And just they have some really, really great jewelry pieces on the Nic and Zoe site. So a great edit for their jewelry. Great little striped kind of lady jacket style. I really like this kind of long jacket, sweater jacket kind of thing. I think this is a really, really cool option. And then I also, another two-piece set that I kind of like from them is this two-piece skirt set. I think this is really, really cool. Again, this requires the right person and the right personal style, but if this is for you, I love it. And then of course, I'm just gonna pop up some of their basics. They have a great tank, they have a great silk slip skirt, they have a great little Henley top, polo style top. Like they just have like some nice basics from Nic and Zoe. Okay, let's talk about what to avoid from Nic and Zoe, because there are a couple. I'm going to go with these pattern sweaters. I'm going to pop up a couple of them for you here. I feel like pattern sweaters are very dicey, and I love a pattern sweater, but not from these brands. So this is just a big no for me, these pattern sweaters. This weird dress with this print, I don't like this. I don't like this long sweater jacket coat. I don't like the prints on it. I just don't like anything about this one. This dress in a nothing print, it's very like blah. And again, if like you're not tall and slim and a model, this is going to be a very hard dress to look good in. Again, another like sweater jacket thingy happening here that I do not like. Another pattern sweater. Yeah, so it's really just like a lot of their patterned knits and their nothing prints are just things that I would recommend staying away from. Okay, now we're going to move on to maybe I've saved the best for last. One of my very favorite brands is Anthropologie. Okay, Anthropologie, it's no secret. It's one of my very favorite brands. And it's a great place for like romantic, feminine, boho inspired kind of statement pieces. So, you know, Anthropologie has great statement pieces, great denim, great denim. Again, they have petites, they have plus, they have tall. Their Somerset dress is a classic that a lot of my clients across a wide variety of body types from plus to petite have loved. I love their Farm Rio collabs. You know, it's another language that, another brand that speaks my love language. Their blouses, their special occasion wear, their shoes, their accessories, their home stuff. I could go on and on. As far as not so great things, some of their obviously their pieces are very, very youthful. Some of them are very, very sweet, a little bit hard to wear, very young, very trendy, overly sweet. And then they have some very hard to style pieces. I have bought some of those pieces in the past, and some like oversized pieces, some extremely trendy pieces. My husband used to shudder a little every time I walked into Anthropologie for a good 10-year period because I would come out with a shapeless dress, but not doing that anymore. And I'm here to steer you towards the good things and the not so good things at Anthropologie. Let's start with the not so good things. So this peplum top with this weird kind of like plaid peplum. Again, some of these are just like super trendy and not very versatile. This shapeless, whatever, this shapeless drop sleeve. I think it's a cashmere sweater, but it's shapeless. This look with the little collar and the little knee socks, or the, you know, the socks, and it's just very, very youthful. It's not an easy dress to pull off. I think you could get away with this bow front kind of halter style top on its own, like, or with jeans or something, but not with the, it looks like she's wearing it with like bloomer shorts, like bubble bloomer shorts. I would have totally worn this at 20. I would have totally worn this at 20. I just don't know that anybody over the age, honestly, of 2021 could or should try this. Don't try that at home. This dress with, it's just short and tight, and it's just got a lot going on. I feel like one or two of those details is plenty, but it's got a lot. It's got a lot going on. Because corduroy is not thick enough, we also need to do corduroy in an oversized, pleated, like dramatically wide-legged style. I feel like, oh my goodness, this is so hard. It's so hard. It's not that flattering. It's just not that flattering. I love vest tops, but this one, you know, I guess this could be a party top or an evening top, just not that easy to style. Very not bra strap friendly. And then this little strapless top, you know, again, these are just super trendy, super statementy, and not going to be that versatile in your wardrobe. Okay, let's talk about what I love, because there's a lot. Speaking of, you know, oh my gosh, vests. I like this little like Sherpa vest. I think this could be a cool layering piece for those of us who are pretending it's fall, but it's not really that cold. Love this pattern that was on that little dress, but on the skirt. I think this is a very, very cool kind of silk slip skirt and a very cool pattern. Anthropologie does patterns very well. This cozy statement coat sweater thing, you know, I rarely recommend these unless they're fabulous, and Anthropologie is always going to have the fabulous ones. This ponte knit, like kind of longer pencil skirt from Farm Rio. This is incredible. I absolutely love, love, love this. Love this little cropped kind of corduroy, or maybe it's velvet little jacket. I think this is really, really nice. I love their vest tops. I'm going to pop up a couple here. One is like kind of like a sleeveless blazer, and one is more like a vest top. I think these are really, really nice, super flattering. again, I kind of feel like a vest is the sleeveless top of 2025. I also love their blouses. They do really, really good blouses. I'm going to pop up a couple here. This is one that's a perennial favorite of theirs. It's fairly reasonably priced. I love this pattern and this pattern mix on it. And then their this Farm Rio blouse. I think it's Farm Rio for Anthropologie, this blouse, and 10 out of 10. It's a great length. You can wear it untucked. You can do a little tuck, but it's just beautiful. Yeah, just some great pieces from Anthropologie. I could go on and on and on, but I won't because this video has already been long enough. So that's it. I had to stop at 8. I was going to do 20. I was going to do 20 brands, but I had to stop at 8. If you want to see a part 2 of this, or if you want me to just focus on contemporary brands and like ageless brands, what to buy and what to skip from a list of ageless brands, or if you want me to just focus on over 50 brands and do a video with just over 50 brands, if you want one of your stores recommended in one of these videos, or you want me to break down the best and the worst, let me know in the comments. I will do a round 2 or 12 or whatever it takes to get you to find the pieces in fall for your fall wardrobe that are going to make you feel and look your best every single day. So again, the goal of everything I do, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, please. It means so much to me, helps my channel to grow. Share this with a friend who you shop with, like that would be fabulous. And then of course, don't forget to subscribe. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.